Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. And my name's Jolene. For those of you who are new, hello. Um, I come on here and sometimes I read or I'll have little short videos so far of painting. I'm planning on doing more of that, but we'll see how it goes. So I'd like to get that more organized, but there's always like something, some excuse, some reason, some other person that I'm focused on or other thing that I'm focused on, and that's okay. Still have my Christmas trees up, two trees. I have two little ones. I have like a white one that has sentimental value uh, to my daughter and I. That was our first tree that we got together when we were starting to um, be on our own. And then there's a like a skinny pencil tree that neither one of my kids like, but I like it because it's from my aunt. She gave it to us. And yeah, I didn't put much effort into either one of them this year, but except for the fact that I put them up earlier. And the white tree has all the ornaments on it that my kids and I made when I first moved back to my hometown. We I found this really this artist um, who makes ceramics. And I bought one of her cups and I thought, oh, this is my favorite cup. And it's one of the cups that I use all the time. It's the one that I don't have it with me. I see it. It's on my coffee bar, but it's like it warms your hand because there's no handle to it. And I was like, I love this cup. And then I started talking to her, and she said that she has like these little classes where you can bring bring friends or just yourself. And she has different ones like making like um, handmade pots where you don't necessarily put them on the wheel, so that like there's like people that can go to a place where we went to a place called West Side Bowl, and it's like an artistic venue. Really cool people bought this bowling alley and they left half the lanes, and then the rest of the places like they have bands and venues, and sometimes artists can show up and have a class or something. So it was a Sunday, and she was making ornaments, and they look like cut out cookies with a so it's like a natural colored uh, clay, um, like a brown, light brown colored clay, right? And then she had like different um, cookie cutters and things you can make. And then she was going to fire them and then put like a glaze on them that looks like, uh, like that icing that you make with what is that? It's the powdered sugar and water mixture, like that you make a pretty glaze so then you could still see the color underneath, but it like digs into the cracks. So anyway, I have my whole white tree is covered in those obscure ornaments. Some of them you can tell look like maybe a moon or a mushroom or a cat. I think we have a star. I'm looking from here. But the others are just kind of some posse wanky looking things. But this year I put jute rope around them and so that you can hang them. So I don't know, I like it. I'll probably leave that tree up because I was like, I want to leave that tree up for a little bit. So yeah, little by little, the stuff will go back into storage into the garage. But anyway, yeah, I want to get to what I'm reading today. Well, first of all, I'm drinking something nice. It's this. I don't know if you could see. See how it's like blue? It's matcha, but it's like it has there's a bluing thing in it, and you can really see it. It's like a deep blue when there's no milk product in it, and but when you put the milk, whatever milk you want. Today I used condensed milk. Don't tell anybody, but it's so good. Like I had it. I had to use some for some baking during the holidays, and I stick it in the fridge. And it's such it's like one of those delightful things that you put in your coffee or you put in your tea, and it's so good. It's, it's probably not that good for me, but I love it. So it's little, what do they call that? Guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. So anyway, yeah, this is a matcha that I made, and but it's also I have like my daughter has this company called Conscious Seed, right? So Conscious Seed, and this is the Morphic matcha. This is they have I think they have larger sizes too, and they have like sample like a duo sample pack if you do like I have also I bought a bunch of these for gifts this year because a lot of people like matcha. And I love this one because it has matcha, tokos, lucuma, gotu kola, lion's mane, butterfly pea flower, blue spirulina, organic and beyond. Okay. So blue magic matcha. So there's, if you want to check out her stuff. Plus, we wrote the 2026 astrology calendar. So you can get that as well. And there's a discount code in the description. I just want to let you know that. I'm going to read some quotes from Mary Oliver because I'm trying to be off of my social media, but a little more. But I've I was lucky enough that this came on my algorithm. I call it algorithm. Mm, that's so nice. All right, so who doesn't love Mary Oliver? Have tell me what is it you plan to do with your one wild, precious life? As she looks at me with her. So keep some room in your heart for the unmanageable. Instructions for living a life. Pay attention, be astonished, and tell about it. She's like a dream person for me. So you must, all right, another quote. You must not ever stop being whimsical, and you must not ever give anyone else the responsibility for your life. Another quote is I believe in kindness, also in mischief, also in singing, especially when singing is not necessarily prescribed. Another quote. Here we go. The most regretful people on earth are those who felt the call to creative work, who felt their own creative power restive and uprising, and gave to it neither power nor time. I feel chills going up and down my legs when you read this. The most regretful people on earth are those who felt the call to creative work, who felt their own creative power restive and uprising, and gave to it neither power nor time. Now it's like, wow, right? I love her. All right, let's read. Someone I loved once gave me a box full of darkness. It took me years to understand that this too was a gift. You know it. Yep. So another one is I tell you this to break your heart, by which I mean only that it break open and never close again to the rest of the world. Mm, hug, hug. I love her. So, hello, sun in my face. Hello, you who made the morning and spread it over the fields. Watch now how I start the day in happiness. in kindness. Again, here we go. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, let it go. All right. That's so beautiful. I'm glad that maybe 20 or 22 people, maybe 30, maybe 100 people, I don't know, one day we'll see this. But it's really beautiful hearing her read it, to say. And anyhow, let's see, what else? I can show you a few pieces of artwork that I've done. I'm looking at them and I think they're almost done. I feel like I've been working on these birds for a while. So yeah, I keep showing them in my short videos. I took them, I mean, I took them to Florida with me for a little bit and painted on them a little bit. I mean, I feel like there's, I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna maybe liven them up a little bit, but maybe there's a time where you just stop. But yeah, pretty satisfied with that. I'm gonna mail off one to a friend. Um, I do sell them. I took down my website because I wasn't managing it properly. I have a little consignment place that I put my stuff in Columbiana, Ohio. And I I do have my email down in the description too. Like if you're ever interested, I can send them unframed. Unframed, there would be $35, even though like I spend months and months working on it. I don't, I just think that that's okay. I was thinking maybe I'll make prints out of things, but maybe in a few more years, once I get settled, or that's all I can do, like get a little bit more into that. Um, and then I have one that's fun. So this is Dead and Company. So a little different than the birds, right? But it has a similar, yeah. We like to do little weird stuff. And then I even have something on my computer that I make her. So yeah, I just haven't I'm still experimenting, seeing what brings me joy at the time and just want to play with it. All right, and what else? Take a little sip here. How are you guys doing? The time in Florida, I got to see my grandson and all my kids all at the same time. I'm still like, what an honor. Like how is that? Like the poems from Mary Oliver were talking about like hold on tight to what's alive, what you and then when it's time to let it go, let it go. Like there's a feeling there. And like to do you don't have to be like a rich and famous artist, which would be cool, like if someone noticed you and said, "Oh my God, you're the one." But I don't know if that's I watch a lot of the Muppets movie. So, like when they say you got style there, and I'm like, the older I get, the happier I am with just like who wants that? I just want to make people happy, and including myself. So, with that said, I was going to read a little bit from the Dance of Anger. This is one of the books that I read before I got sober. Um, and I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Knowing something. about yourself or being able to relate to a book in my experience. That's something I think that actually helped uh, guide me towards sobriety. It was a surprise that being sober would be important in recovery, in the ability to find like some settling of happiness, some way of saying, hey, this is good, like this is okay and this is not okay. And then how do I manage that? How do how can I do that in my life when I'm feeling stuck or like I'm trying to imagine my future and I can't imagine it, so that means it won't happen. Like I think it's just letting letting go of those fears, and you may not think they're fears. A lot of times you have discussions with people and they're like, oh, this and oh, that, and I can't do this, or oh, I'm afraid of that, and oh, I just want to be ready for everything. Like being ready without worry, like know that you're okay. So you can, the idea is to be present and to enjoy your life today, like as it's happening, knowing that your day is going to be good, even if you have to go to court for something. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because knowing something or reading all the books or becoming sober and working on yourself does not stop the life's difficulties. We still have them, uh, but it's the way that they're not so. I want to kill myself for it, like it that doesn't come in. Or you might say that in your mind to be silly, or like, hey, that isn't really what you mean. Maybe you want to kill off the part of you that gets hard on yourself, like makes your day down, like, oh, like for instance, like drinking my matcha with condensed milk. I could be like, and I was a little hard on myself. I'm like, well, it's probably not the best thing to have. So I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, but I'm still going to do it. And I'm okay with that because maybe tomorrow I won't be able to because of a health reason or the fact that I don't have it in the house, or I'm gonna use, some oat milk, or I'm not gonna use any milk at all. I don't know. Like it just try not to make everything so serious or so hard. And I'm talking now, like I'm recording this while the moon is in Virgo, which is very like disciplined way of doing it and judgy at times if you can be hard on yourself without having any openness to options of difference. So interesting. There are several planets that are in Capricorn as well. So, and opposite of that is Venus conjunct with Venus is conjunct with not Gemini. Venus and Mars are together, and they're like having this conversation and a push and pull of anger versus love, and they're on the opposite side of the universe. They're together on the opposite side of the universe where all these other planets are conjunct and having this discussion. And it reminds me of what's happening in the world and the difficulty of seeing such awful things and talking about them. There are always awful things out there. It's just now that they're been look where here they are. What are you going to do about it? Here it is. What are you going to do about it? Here it is. And you see how people are reacting like they're like, yeah, good for them. So it's like that bullies in the school, bully mentality of power and stupidity and fear. And like, yeah, get them, because it gives them some type of row inside of them, some energy, that evil energy. I call it that. That's just in my opinion. And in my idea, like everyone should take their turn and be kind to each other. But, you know, but also I do get that because I did cut the line a lot when I was in high school. I did want that power over others because it did have a feeling to it. It have a feeling to it. But I was also um, wanting some type of connection. You feel connected to those others that are out there. They're very bold and rude. Um, the kind ones that put their heads down and do their work and help their family seemed like I didn't understand that in my life before being sober. So interesting. So I'm just going to maybe end, but maybe I'll read one paragraph in the first chapter of this book. I don't know what's going to be here, but I feel led to. And so I'm listening to my higher power. And let's see what we have. All right. This is from Dance with Anger, Harriet Lerner. All right. Page 1. It's called The Challenge of Anger. I'm just going to read the first paragraph, I hope. There we go. Anger is a signal and one worth listening to. Our anger may be a message that we are being hurt, that our rights are being violated, that our needs or wants are not being adequately met, or simply that something is not right. Our anger may tell us that we are not addressing an important emotional issue in our lives, or that too much of ourself, our beliefs, values, desires, or ambitions is being compromised in a relationship. My whole body is having chills on it now. Thank you, God. All right. So our anger may be a signal that we are doing more and giving more than we can comfortably do or give. Our anger may be a warning to us that others are doing too much for us at the expense of our own competence and growth. Just as physical pain tells us to take our hand off the hot stove, the pain of our anger preserves the very integrity of ourself. Our anger can motivate us to say no to the ways in which we are defined by others, and yes, to the dictates of our inner self. Wow. This is a page marker. I'm going to mark this page. Very nice. Very good insight. I will read this again. I love you and thanks for coming. Please like if you find it appropriate to do. It will help the channel and other people find it. I did go to the gym today. My knees are being weird, but we're working on strengthening around the knees. And yeah, I'm not on the boat of ever getting a knee replacement or hip replacement. I don't want to do any of that. That's just me today. And yeah, just gonna keep doing stuff around here and take my son to the dentist and make some dinner, or maybe we'll get some takeout. Go pick up my daughter from work later. But yeah, it's all good. We'll figure it out. I'll make a list of stuff to do. But I'm glad that you and I got to sit and read a little bit and share. And yeah, love you guys. Bye. to